Hi students, I am Professor Awais Ahmed Hussaini, working as Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yalgaon. In this video, we will discuss vapor absorption refrigeration system. So let us start with the components of the vapor absorption refrigeration system and how it is differ from vapor compression refrigeration system. So the basic important components of the vapor absorption refrigeration system is absorber, generator, condenser, expansion valve and evaporator. Along with there are two important components are also there, that is pump. The next is that pressure reducing valve. So students, the main difference between vapor compression and vapor absorption refrigeration system is, in vapor compression refrigeration system, compressor is a main component and compressor is used to increase the pressure and temperature of the refrigerant. But in case of the vapor absorption refrigeration system, instead of the compressor, there are four important components is replaced. So the first is the generator, pump, absorber and pressure reducing valve. So in case of the vapor absorption refrigeration system, the refrigerant used is a NH3, that is ammonia, and absorber is act as a water. So let us start with the working of that vapor absorption refrigeration system. So whatever the vapor of that ammonia which is having some kind of the weight is coming from the evaporator section and it enters in the absorber. In absorber already that weak solution is formed and that ammonia which is having that low pressure, low temperature in the form of the vapor get added in that water and that water is act as a absorber. So that particular mixture of that aqua ammonia enters in the generator through the pump, and while reaching that aqua ammonia solution in that generator, it get a strong solution by providing the external heating to that particular generator. After heating, the vaporization of that aqua ammonia takes place, and because of that high vapor pressure, ammonia is continuously released from the generator section and it enters in the condenser. So in condenser, again latent heat of the condensation takes place and phase change of that vapor refrigerant into liquid refrigerant. The meaning is that vapor form of vapor ammonia get converted into liquid ammonia. So here whatever the ammonia is vaporized from the generator, but sometimes some kind of the water is remains, the aqua is remains in that generator, and it can be entered with the help of that pressure reducing valve and it come into absorber through this particular arrangement. So that weak solution again it enters in the absorber and this particular system is repeats continuously. So whatever the liquid refrigerant in the form of that ammonia is available at the end of that condensation process, it enters in the expansion valve through the receiver. So in expansion valve again throttling action is carried out and the pressure and temperature of that liquid refrigerant is decreases, and at the end of that expansion process we get the low pressure, low temperature liquid ammonia and it enters in the evaporator section. In evaporator section, latent heat of absorption takes place and that evaporator produces a cooling effect and phase change occurs because of the latent heat of the absorption. So in this particular case, the phase change takes place from the liquid ammonia to vapor ammonia, and whatever the ammonia is releasing from that evaporator section, it is weak and it is sometimes wet and it enters in the absorber section. In absorber section already that weak solution which is remains in the generator section is enters, and that vapor refrigerant of ammonia is mixed with that aqua, that is water, and here you will get that strong solution and that solution enters in the generator through the pump. The pump is used to raise that particular solution in generator. So in generator, external heat is provided for heating purpose. A generator is nothing but just act as one kind of the pressure vessel. We are heating from externally, just like the boiler, and after vaporization, high pressure, high temperature ammonia is released from the generator and it enters in the condenser, and this particular cycle is repeats itself. So students, this is the main important construction and working of vapor absorption refrigeration system. You always keep in mind that in vapor absorption refrigeration system, ammonia is act as a refrigerant and aqua, that is water, is act as a absorber, and compressor is replaced by generator and absorber and pump assembly in case of the vapor absorption refrigeration system. So let us start with the advantages, disadvantages and application of the vapor absorption refrigeration system. The advantages are: the whole system will be operated at a huge temperature range as compared with that vapor compression system. The circulation volume of the refrigerant is low, which reduces the running cost. Evaporator size is also small when compared with other systems. Coefficient of the performance is tremendously high as compared with that vapor compression refrigeration system. Load variation does not affect performance. More will be capacity, that is more than 1000 tons or 30 TR, that is the 91% electricity saves. Disadvantages are: efficiency of the vapor absorption refrigeration system will be very low when compared with the other system. Time to coating will be high as compared with the other system. As it is used kerosene or oil or gas flame, it emits the bad smell. Means these fuels are used to heat that generator definitely. So again fuel consumption is more, and because of that pollution will be also possible. Initial cost will be high in the case of the vapor absorption refrigeration system. Leakage will be affected the vapor absorption refrigeration system. Also the space requirement is more, as well as that lithium bromide will be used in the vapor absorption refrigeration system, will corrosive in nature, which may affect the overall life of the system. So these are the advantages and limitations of the vapor absorption refrigeration system. But where it can be used? So that vapor absorption refrigeration system is used in all industrial applications like milk processing unit, ice factories, cold storages. So that vapor absorption refrigeration system is usually applied in the small application like home refrigerator and small capacity AC as well, but it is not economical. Many chemical reactions are exothermic, but these must be takes place at the temperature below atmospheric temperature. Therefore, absorption refrigeration system is required to remove the heat of the reaction. Heat is generated during the fermentation and must be removed, otherwise temperature will rise beyond control. So absorption refrigeration system maintained at 5 to 10 degrees Celsius only. So it is mostly preferable for that cold storage and some kind of the food processing units, food packaging industries, cold chain application, etc. The second important type of that vapor absorption refrigeration system is Electrolux refrigeration system. Most of the component of the Electrolux refrigeration system is same as that of the vapor absorption refrigeration system. It required generator, rectifier, condenser, evaporator, absorber, and the main speciality of that Electrolux refrigeration system is that heat exchanger. So students, when you compare that Electrolux refrigeration system with vapor absorption refrigeration system, you will get idea about the main difference. So in case of the vapor absorption refrigeration system, the pump is used, but in case of the Electrolux refrigeration system, the pump is not used. This particular Electrolux refrigeration system is also called as a 3-fluid refrigeration system. The main purpose of the system is to eliminate the pump so that in absence of the moving parts, the machine becomes noiseless. So this is the main feature of that Electrolux refrigeration system. The three fluids used in the system are ammonia, hydrogen and water. The main function of that ammonia is used as a refrigerant because it possesses most of the desirable properties and which is suited for that vapor absorption refrigeration system. No doubt it is toxic, but due to the absence of the moving parts, there is a very little chance for the leakage and total amount of the refrigerant used is small. The hydrogen is act as a lighter gas and it is used to increase the rate of the evaporation. So that particular hydrogen is implemented in case of the evaporator region in order to increase the rate of the evaporation. And that water is act as a absorbent. This is used in the low pressure side of the system. So definitely the principle of the operation of the domestic refrigeration system, we will get the idea about that particular system. So the strong solution of that aqua ammonia from the absorber through the heat exchanger is heated in the generator by applying the heat from an external source, usually gas burner, or sometimes the external fire is used. During the heating process, ammonia vapor are removed from the solution and pass into the condenser. The rectifier is used for the purpose of the separation of that liquid particles. If some liquid particles are available, then it get trapped here and only that vapor form of the ammonia in the form of the gaseous is enters only in case of the condenser. The rectifier is mainly purpose to remove the water particles. Definitely these vapors is not removed will enter into the evaporator causing the freezing and choking the machine. The hot weak solution left behind the generator flows to the absorber through the heat exchanger. This hot weak solution while passing through the heat exchanger is cooled. The heat removed by the weak solution is utilized in raising the temperature of the strong solution passing through the heat exchanger. In this way, the absorption is accelerated and improvement of the refrigeration system takes place in case of the Electrolux refrigeration system. So I repeat that particular Electrolux refrigeration system once again. Whatever the ammonia in the form of the vapor is enters in the condenser through the rectifier. The rectifier is used to remove the moisture content from that vapor refrigerant, or that is that ammonia. In condenser, the latent heat of the condensation takes place and phase change from that vapor to liquid refrigerant, that is that ammonia get converted from vapor form to liquid form, and that liquid ammonia is enters in that particular area of the evaporator section. So here the hydrogen is inserted in that particular evaporator in order to increase the rate of the evaporation, and whatever the heat transfer takes place because of the latent heat of the absorption process, and finally that liquid refrigerant get converted into vapor refrigerant, and that vapor refrigerant is enters in the absorber. In absorber water is there, that vapor form of that ammonia get mixed with that water and aqua ammonia solution get formed, and the strong solution is enters in the generator through the heat exchanger. In generator again heating is done externally with the help of the burner or some kind of the external fire, and whatever the vapors are formed after that vaporization process get enters in the condenser, and some wet particles are remains. No doubt it is nothing but that weak solution, and it enters in the absorber through the heat exchanger. So the main function of that heat exchanger to exchange the heat between these two lines. So this is all about Electrolux refrigeration system. It can be used in case of the cold storage, ice factory, or any kind of the milk processing units. So these are the advantages and disadvantages. No pump compressor is required, no mechanical troubles, no maintenance, noiseless, completely leak proof, easy control, only heat input is required. Disadvantages are more complicated in construction, larger size is required, less COP as compared with the other method. If spoiled ones cannot be repaired and has to be replaced fully. So students, in this video we discussed vapor absorption refrigeration system as well as Electrolux refrigeration system along with their advantages, disadvantages and applications. Thank you.